So many people are wondering what this next big surge for Shiba Inu is going to look like. What kind of prices can we reach? And frankly, what kind of time frame may we in fact do this in? And there was actually a prominent chartist on Twitter that was actually talking about this next surge for SHIB being all the way up to 301, setting a new all-time high, dropping off a zero, something Shiba Inu has frankly never been able to do before. But what this says is Shiba Inu howling at the moon. This prominent chartist and Binance Cole, hopefully I say that right, known by the pseudonym ETF, recently shared a post on X that suggests SHIB may be preparing for this all-time high rally. I've said before that I believe my range for SHIB for this next surge could be all the way up to 406, but frankly it may be higher because of the amount of Shiba Inu that has been removed from exchanges, because of the steam that we may pick up in the market as a whole. And what this next Elliott wave leg 3 may look like is this surge to a new all-time high. So this is kind of charting out what we may in fact see. As always, this is not a guarantee, this is not financial advice. And SHIB completed its first leg, going all the way up to 4045, and we went on our then three-wave correction here. You guys can see 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 all the way back down to 4012 that we experienced on July 5th. And now that SHIB is setting a new trend, a new direction, the market as a whole is showing positive sentiment. This is where I would expect to see this third wave in almost every chart. Okay, again, this is not a guarantee, this is not financial advice, but know this third leg, this third wave of the Elliott wave, it tends to be the biggest one. This is where you tend to have some of the largest explosions in these charts. And this would actually make a lot of sense for Shiba Inu for some of the reasons I mentioned. SHIB has huge optics throughout the space. It tends to get some big adoption in terms of capital. It tends to have some of the highest inflows of all coins in the space. So it's well positioned for a massive third leg that is coming. Now, what his charting out actually looked like was this probably taking place and completing by the start of 2025. Which would actually make a lot of sense, right? I've talked about this next leg possibly running all the way up until March. That would make a lot of sense. It may end sooner, who knows? It all depends on how much FOMO takes place. When it comes to SHIB, a lot of FOMO sets in, guys. Remember this big surge we had all the way back in here in March. 7 days, did a 4.5x for a multi-billion-dollar asset. That normally doesn't happen. But SHIB has a lot of things obviously working in its favor. Now, the one that really might get people excited is this, excuse me, this fifth leg. What is that going to look like? And frankly, I've talked about SHIB possibly getting to 305. I've talked about it possibly getting to 201. It depends on how much excitement there is in the market. Do we continue to see very consistent trends from early on until later? Those are questions that we'll have to talk about as we get into 2025 and things start changing a little bit. But this time frame, it wouldn't surprise me if sometime around the end of the year, SHIB ends up setting a new all-time high. It wouldn't surprise me if we do drop off a zero at that point as well. That's what some of these analysts are suggesting. I know there are some people out there that don't believe this at all. They think SHIB's going to die away and fall away and things like that. Nah. SHIB is here to stay. So appreciate you guys as always. Have a great day. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.